Adam 22 here from Tokyo, day three. Day three. This story actually was unfolding while I was on the airplane coming over here, so I didn't really get a chance to fully give my take on it, which I definitely would have if I was home. But basically, we have seen the collapse of what was once one of hip hop's greatest power couples ever. Offset and Cardi B. Now, the way that this came about was pretty crazy. I want to start off with how I found about this, which was the video of Asian Doll and her friend chasing after Cuban Doll on the highway. Now, this video is absolutely unbelievable. Like, just the commentary that Asian Doll and her friend are delivering while they're chasing Cuban on the highway, which, by the way, I'd like to say that's really unsafe. You know, no matter how far your rap beef goes, chasing after each other on a highway in your cars is probably not where you want to take it, ladies. But I mean, the whole that video, I gotta suggest that you go and watch it. I'm not gonna put it here because of copyright reasons. But I mean, the ultimate quote, and it wasn't Asian Doll, it was her friend, was, "Bitch, this truck AMG, you ain't going nowhere." Like that alone makes this one of the funniest viral clips I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Anyway, soon after, Cuban's friend, who goes by the Instagram name Foreign, that's 3 M's, Foreign. I'm not sure if I actually have met her before, but man, she was ready for the shenanigans, let me tell you. And of course, I have to clarify that me and Cuban Doll, we have our own history, not a romantic history, but we did that interview. It went really weird. I'm of the opinion that she was on something and she was being very evasive. She really didn't want to answer any questions. A big part of the reason why was because she had a controversy a couple weeks before that where she allegedly assaulted and locked Rocky B, who's another rapper, in a cage and potentially stabbed her. I mean, this is what was being said online. I can't really confirm these reports. I actually did reach out to Rocky B and say that, hey, we should do an interview. She said she doesn't want to milk the situation, so she's going to take her time with it and everything. But yeah, the whole Cuban thing, I mean, we were super cool before we did that interview. Actually, she performed in my store, we met. I thought she was really sweet, really nice. Me and my girl were joking around about flying her out or whatever. I mean, I thought we were friends. Then we did that interview and she was just on some other shit. It was a completely different person, to be totally honest, but that's neither here nor there. So, Foreign, she starts going crazy on her Instagram story at a certain point, and I don't know exactly what caused her and Cuban to fall out, but she said a whole bunch of shit that if you read into it, it's like a lot was revealed. This is one of her first things. She said, "You want to be cool with I am Cardi B so bad, but you was texting Offset YRN." Now, that is interesting because when you think about it, Asian Doll and Cuban Doll are sworn mortal enemies. And Asian Doll has actually gotten some love from Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj is historically, not down to show love to female rappers for the most part. She very rarely does it. But she's had kind words to say about Asian Doll, which is really nice of her. And Asian Doll, to her credit, while Cuban, it kind of seems like her career is sort of falling apart, at least for now. Asian Doll seems like she's doing really well. Music's doing good, I think. She's on tour with Gucci, signed to Gucci. I don't know. It seems like things are going pretty well for her. But yeah, Asian Doll's cool with Nicki, so of course Cuban's got to try to be cool with Cardi. Now, part of the problem with that, well, I heard in the comments, was that people were saying that Cuban Doll might have actually been removed from the Fashion Nova concert that Cardi B did recently, which is really interesting because that sort of suggests that maybe Cardi had an idea that there was something going on with Offset prior to all this popping off. But anyway, Foreign continues. "You fucked at Kodak Black, at Project Youngin, at Da Boy," who I'm not 100% sure who that is, _DABOII_, probably somebody who's not going to be happy that I don't recognize their Instagram name, 6ix9ine, and Lil Uzi Vert. "Hella Detroit dudes, you even fucked 2 dudes in one night at Cuban the Savage." Okay, so I just want to say first, I'm not super familiar with this Foreign girl, but this is the kind of person you do not want to be friends with. You do not want to be friends with somebody who's going to get into a beef with you and then just go on their Instagram story and expose everybody that you've ever had sex with. I just want to throw that out there. This is messy shit right here. Continuing on, and then she posts the screenshot of the conversation that she was having with Offset, in which he's making it clear that he wants to fly out Cuban and her to have a threesome. Now, this was posted on June 28th, or this is when the conversation happened. He was trying to fly both of them out to New Orleans to have a threesome. He hysterically and humorously spelt it New Orleans. I mean, Offset, come on. But that's all right. He loves the lean more than he loves New Orleans. Whatever. But, the whole conversation is pretty fucking great. But, it's not really proven that Cuban Doll was down for the flyout or down for the threesome. Although you can kind of assume that she probably was based on the fact that her friend was willingly having the conversation, trying to loop her in. And then the foreign girl also posted a screenshot of allegedly Cuban Doll on FaceTime with Offset. So, I'm on the flight. I'm just, reading this, laughing, can't believe it. I was really dying at the part about this truck AMG, you ain't going nowhere. But then Cardi B did what I don't think any of us really expected, given the fact that Offset has gotten caught up in all kinds of bullshit over the past couple months or whatever, the entirety of their relationship. Cardi B goes on Instagram and makes this it's not really a wild-ass video because she's super, super, calm and doesn't seem upset at all. But she's just basically saying, yeah, it's going to take time. We're going to get a divorce. We've been growing apart. I'm over it. And then Offset comments, y'all won, which is apparently, him saying to the world, okay, all that hating, all that shit talking, it finally got to her and she dumped me. Now, this is kind of crazy, especially when you consider that there was just this New York Times article where Offset was talking about his relationship with Cardi to an extent and an in-depth level that we had never seen before. He was really, really going in about, when she's number one, so every time we drop, I feel like I got to be in the top 10. Think about that in comparison to where they were at when they first started seeing each other. When they first started seeing each other, and Migos are one of the biggest groups in the world, Offset was the bigger rapper. Just in the sense that the Migos were bigger than Cardi B. Things could really, really change in the course of a year because, Migos are still huge. They're still really in their prime career-wise. But now, all of a sudden, Cardi B is so fucking gigantic that she don't got to take shit from nobody. You cheating on her, she don't give a fuck. You famous, rich, she don't give a fuck. She's more famous, she's more richer. Anyway, so that's going down. That's going down, and she's saying that she's really gonna divorce this motherfucker. Now, here's the problem. If you watch Academics' video about this whole situation, he claims that this whole thing is fake and that it's all just being done as PR and hype for the fact that Offset's album is coming out in a week or some shit like that. Now, Quavo already put his project out. Takeoff already put his project out. They were both dope. I spent a significant amount of time listening to both of them. But the thing about Offset's project is that according to the New York Times article, it's supposed to be a lot more autobiographical. It's supposed to be a lot deeper about his career and where he's at and everything, which totally makes sense because, he's in a very different perspective. He's got a child now, which that makes this whole divorce thing a lot crazier. He's got a child. He's got this woman that he's in love with or was in love with, everything. But, we see this all the time. It's people tend to get into crazy beefs, personal issues, new relationships, etc. whenever they have a project coming out. So the question is this all just fake bullshit to hype up his project? I don't know. Because, in order to believe that, you kind of have to believe that the entire thing with the foreign girl exposing Cuban was a coordinated plan by Offset and Cardi and everybody involved. Do you really, I don't know. I have a hard time believing conspiracies in a situation like this. Are we really supposed to believe that Cardi and them were in cahoots with Cuban and her friend to basically blow up Offset's album and really along the way make Cuban look like a total piece of shit and make Cardi look messier than she probably prefers to look? Now, the day after this breakup was announced, what happened? Cardi posts a picture of the baby, of Culture. So are we supposed to believe that she's also looping the kid in? It makes sense that maybe she's so pissed off about the breakup that she decided that she wants to show the most positive thing that she got from the relationship. Look at our beautiful child that we had. I guess that kind of makes sense for Cardi to do that. But then also, leaking a photo of the baby is kind of more positive press for Offset's project. And that's really like, if he wants his project to do good, that's what he needs. It's just a lot of people talking about him so that a lot of people will choose to listen to his project and stream the fuck out of it when it drops. Myself personally, I'm not really sure that I believe that they're really getting divorced, but I guess I also have a really hard time believing that this whole entire thing was orchestrated as press for the album. I don't know. It's up to you guys. I'd like to know your thoughts. Pretty much everybody in the media is jumping on board with the idea that they actually are broken up, that they are getting divorced. Outside of academics, he's really the only one I've seen who's making the argument that this is all fake. Even though I think that the idea that it's fake has a lot of it makes a lot of sense. And the problem is that whenever celebrities, especially in the rap world, whenever they fake something, they never admit that they faked it, Cardi and Offset, like, they could fully be back together in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever. And, they're never going to admit that this was fake if it was fake. So we're probably never going to find out. Meanwhile, Cuban Doll released a statement. She said, "I've never even been to New Orleans," which, like, all right, nobody thinks you've been to New Orleans. That wasn't even considered in the text messages that were leaked. The allegation is that you were considering going out there and that you were having a conversation, basically. It doesn't seem like the foreign girl, if she wanted to actually make the point that Cardi B or that Cuban had fucked Offset, I'm sure she would have better evidence than just a conversation showing that he was interested in it. Anyway, I hope that if they do get back together, that Cardi will grow up a little bit and just let Offset smash some hoes here and there, right? Like, I'm sorry. This is how the Migo gang does it. You're gonna have to get his rocks off here and there. Whatever. I'm still in Tokyo. Go watch my vlogs. I've been daily vlogging while I've been out here. Free Draco the Ruler. Shout out Offset. Obviously, that's my guy in this fight. Really don't care about the women involved at all, to be honest. Rope Gang. Drop a comment down below. Smash the like button. Peace.